Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really diving into something incredibly important. It's a topic that, it touches all of our lives, often in ways that are just devastating.
Yeah, we're talking about distracted driving.
Exactly. The brutal reality of it. We all know that little ping, right? That urge, that little buzz in your pocket or on the console. You just want to glance down, maybe send a quick reply.
It feels harmless.
So easy to tell ourselves, oh, it's just 1 second, or, I'm great at multitasking. But the sources we've looked at, they just paint a completely different picture. That just 1 second. It's a lie we tell ourselves,
Mm,
a really dangerous one.
absolutely.
So our mission today really is to pull out the key insights, the most important stuff from the materials you've shared. We want to get past the numbers, the statistics, and really understand the human cost.
The brutal human cost.
Yeah. And, speaking of getting insights like this, if you find this kind of deep dive, helpful, understanding, complex stuff quickly, you really should check out Mind Expansion Daily. They have incredible content, just like what we're aiming for today.
That's a good point. And getting back to the scale of this, it's kind of shocking how pervasive this is, how deeply it's woven into just everyday life now. It's like a massive societal blind spot.
A blind spot. How so?
Well, the sources state it pretty grimly. 9 people in the U.S. every single day, they die in crashes involving a distracted driver.
9 people a day.
Every day. Think about that. 9 families getting that news. And the data suggests, today, July 3rd, 2025, it's probably going to be the same. It's this quiet, constant crisis that just doesn't get the headlines it maybe should.
Wow. That really puts into perspective. 9 today. It's sobering. And that brings us to a specific story our sources highlighted. It makes those numbers feel very, very real. Let's talk about Emily.
Right, Emily's story.
Yeah, let's unpack the before. Emily was, 21, a college junior, full of life, passionate about environmental science, had these dreams of working in national parks. Just starting out.
You see the photos the sources describe?
Exactly. Hiking, laughing with friends, holding her high school diploma, just beaming, total potential. And the last time her mom talked to her, it's just like normal stuff, mundane. What's for dinner?
Routine. Until it wasn't.
Yeah. And her mom's quote, it hits hard. She was so full of life, you never think it'll be your family.
And there's a crucial piece of data here. Emily, being in that 20 to 29 age range, she was right in the demographic with the highest risk for these kinds of fatal crashes linked to distraction.
That's not a coincidence, is it?
No, not at all. Research suggests this age group, often growing up totally immersed in digital tech, might overestimate their ability to juggle things, this sort of illusion of control when driving.
They think they can text and drive.
Precisely. But our brains, they're just not built for that. Not really.
Yeah, that's a huge point our sources make. The modern car itself, with the screens, the phone integration, all the notifications, it feeds into this, what they call the deadly lie of multitasking.
Right, because it's not true multitasking.
No. Your brain isn't doing both at once. It's switching, rapidly switching back and forth. And there's a cost to that switch, isn't there? Like a mental delay.
Exactly. It's called the switch-in cost.
Mhm.
So looking away for even a moment isn't just the time your eyes are off the road. It's the time it takes your brain to re-engage with the driving task fully.
Like trying to jump back into a complex thought after being interrupted.
That's a great analogy. And driving is incredibly complex. You can't afford that lag time when something unexpected happens on the road.
And what's fascinating, or maybe terrifying, is how our brains are wired. That little ping from a notification.
The dopamine hit.
Right. A little reward signal.
Yeah.
Your brain craves it. So even if you know logically you should stay focused on driving, that pull is so strong.
It's a neurological thing. We often ignore it because the immediate tiny reward of checking the phone feels more real than the abstract future risk of a crash. That's why just 1 second often turns into 3, 4, 5 seconds without you even realizing.
And that leads us directly to the during, those critical 5 seconds. It was a Tuesday afternoon, sources say, sunny day. Emily's on this road. She knows like the back of her hand, going about 45 miles per hour. Familiar drive.
Nothing unusual?
Until that notification sound.
Oh.
Probably, the source suggests, something totally meaningless. Social media, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
And she thinks, just a quick glance. We've all been there, right? But here's the kicker. 5 seconds.
Yeah.
At 35 miles per hour, that's the length of a football field.
Driving blind for 100 yards.
100 yards. Imagine that. Not seeing anything ahead, no chance to react.
It's a chilling calculation. And first responders, when they arrive at scenes like this, They talk about kinetic energy.
Sounds technical, but it's just raw force, isn't it?
Immense force. Even at 45, the energy involved when a car stops suddenly like that is astronomical. It's why cars crumple. It's why things inside the car become projectiles.
And one responder quoted in our source said something that just sticks with you. He said, with that kinetic energy, we switch to recovery mode. The first thing we look for is the phone.
They know. They often know right away what likely happened.
And in Emily's crash,
Hmm.
the cause was right there. Ahead of her, there was a minivan, waiting to turn left. Just a family. Dad driving, mom next to him, 2 little kids in the back, going to soccer practice.
Just a normal afternoon.
In Emily's car. It never braked. Witnesses said it was like an explosion. The minivan just crumpled
Wow.
like paper. And then, in the wreckage, there was Emily's phone, screen lit up, still showing that notification, unread.
Wow. A silent witness.
Yeah, just brutal.
That moment. It really forces us to think about how we perceive time and risk when we're
Ah.
driving. We minimize these glances, right? Just a second. But like you said, it translates to huge distances.
Yeah, blind distances.
And it often comes down to this this optimism bias. We think, oh, a crash won't happen to me, it happens to other people. And technology can give us this false sense of security, too. Like we're somehow safer or more in control because we have our phone nearby.
It's a total disconnect, isn't it? Between how safe we feel and how much danger we're actually in.
A profound disconnect.
And that disconnect just explodes in the aftermath, the consequences.
Oh.
Because the crash itself, horrific as it was, our sources say it was just the beginning of the nightmare.
The ripple effects.
Exactly.
Mm.
For the family in that minivan, unthinkable.
Yeah.
The dad and their little boy, just 7 years old, they didn't make it.
Oh, man.
The mom and the daughter, they
No.
survived. But with injuries, they'll live with forever.
Mm.
Physically, emotionally, just constant reminders.
And Emily.
Emily survived too, but at such a cost.
Yeah.
Months and months of surgeries,
Yeah.
pelvis shattered, broken femur, a traumatic brain injury.
TBI. That changes everything.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Her memory, her speech, her personality, the sources describe it so clearly. The vibrant girl is gone, replaced by someone battling chronic pain and guilt.
That's devastating.
And her mother's words again. We lost the person she was going to be. She lives with knowing her mistake, destroyed a family. Just unimaginable weight to carry.
And her story, while uniquely tragic, is replicated thousands upon thousands of times.
Yeah, the scale is just, it's hard to grasp. The stats for 2023, 3,300 people dead, 400,000 injured, in crashes where distraction was a factor.
400,000 injuries. That's like the entire population of a major city injured in 1 year from this.
And here's a comparison from the sources that really stopped me in my tracks. Texting while driving. It's 6 times more likely to cause a crash than driving drunk.
6 times.
6 times. And yet, where's the outrage? It doesn't have the same social stigma as drunk driving, does it?
Then even close. And that goes back to the societal blind spot idea. Why isn't it treated the same? Well, our sources suggest a few things. One is, like I said, it feels incremental. Just a quick glance, just one text. It doesn't feel like a major impairment, even though it is, unlike being obviously drunk.
Right. It feels minor.
And it's so common now, it's normalized. A lot of people, if they're honest, have probably done it, so it's harder to condemn it universally. Plus, that feeling of control, again, people think they can handle it.
Unlike drunk driving, where you know you're impaired.
Exactly. So changing minds, changing behaviors, even changing laws, it's a much tougher fight in some ways. Public awareness has a long way to go.
That normalization factor is huge. And the sources also touched on, the tech itself. Cars with complex screens.
Right.
They can be distracting too, right?
Definitely. If they're not designed really well, with driver focus as the absolute priority, and then you have phone features like do not disturb while driving, great idea, but...
But people have to actually use them.
Right. User adoption is key. And laws vary so much state by state. Hands-free, no phones at all. And enforcing it is tricky. It's not like a simple breathalyzer test.
So it's really complex, not just one thing.
It's habits, it's psychology, it's technology, it's policy. It all weaves together. It's about shifting from just reacting to tragedies like Emily's to really understanding proactively what leads to them.
Okay. So wrapping our heads around all this, what does it really mean for us, for you listening?
Yeah.
It means this isn't just about isolated mistakes. It's a really deep issue, part of our modern lives. And we need a wake-up call.
The collective one.
Yeah. And, getting good information, understanding the whole picture, the science, the psychology, the real-world impact, that's so important if we want to make better choices. That's why resources that, cut through the noise and give you those key insights quickly are just invaluable.
They really are. And it helps reframe things. These aren't really accidents, are they? Not in the sense of being unavoidable. Our sources call them preventable outcomes of reckless choices.
Preventable outcomes, that's powerful.
And just think, in the time we've been talking, doing this deep dive right now, someone else was likely hurt or killed because of distraction. 9 more families will grieve today. 9 more tomorrow. It's relentless.
It just keeps going.
So it really begs the question, doesn't it? What can we actually do differently as drivers?
Yeah, the question becomes intensely personal then. Was that notification really worth it? Was scrolling through that feed worth everything we've just talked about?
2 lives lost, 3 lives ruined in Emily's case.
Our sources are blunt. No text, no email, no alert is worth that. And look, this isn't about making people feel ashamed.
Yeah.
It's about waking up. Understanding the power you hold when you're driving, that phone in your hand. It's basically a weapon in that context.
It demands responsibility.
Huge responsibility.
Yeah.
For yourself, for everyone sharing the road. So what can you do? The recommendations are pretty clear, right?
Very practical.
Silence the phone. Don't just put it on vibrate. Silence it. Even better, stow it. Glove box, back seat, the trunk. Somewhere you physically cannot reach it while driving.
Use the tech designed to help. Those do not disturb while driving modes, set them up, let them run automatically.
Or if you have a passenger, make them the designated texter. Let them handle the phone. Simple things.
Tiny actions, huge potential impact.
Because lives really do depend on it. The power to stop this, it lies with us, with drivers, with you. Choose wisely. Please, drive safe. Get there alive.
Arrive alive, that's the goal.
Absolutely. And look, if this conversation, if this deep dive resonated with you, if it made you think, or if you're just hungry for more analysis like this that helps you understand the world better, seriously, go check out Mind Expansion Daily.
Yeah, definitely worth a look.
Like their stuff, subscribe. It's a fantastic place to find consistently great information. Insights just like what we've tried to unpack today. Highly recommended.